As I pulled out all brand new fragrances this week, so stay tuned. Yo, what's up guys? Hunter here and welcome back to the channel where I upload weekly fragrance content, so you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button down below and also make sure to follow me over on my Instagram page. But that's right guys, another weekly fragrance rotation. And if you aren't familiar with this series, we basically run down what fragrance I wore, how many sprays, the kind of weather outside, and of course if that fragrance got a compliment or not. So let's not waste any more time and get right into Sunday. Sunday was in the high 50s and cloudy outside, and I put out a brand new Lattafa in the collection. This one is Amethyst, which is in the similar bottle to Oud for Glory. This one, however, is inspired by Atomic Rose by Initia, which you can obviously tell by this bottle. And man, this is a rose bomb through and through with a little bit of the spicy pink pepper and that Middle Eastern oud, but the rose is very dominant and could be a little bit too feminine for my liking, but anytime I come across a Lattafa, I have to scoop them up, especially at like the rack stores. Still a pretty good rose oud if you enjoy that genre. On that day though, I did do 6 sprays of Amethyst. I did actually get a compliment. I was actually in line, you know, get me a Chipotle bowl, and the guy ringing me up was like, man, your cologne smells so good, what is that? Which kind of took me by surprise because, I mean, this doesn't really smell like your typical fragrance at all, but he liked it and I told him what it was, and of course I got my Chipotle bowl. So a pretty good release from Lattafa, and if you like rose ouds, definitely worth checking out, especially at the price. You can't beat it. Monday was also in the high 50s and cloudy outside, and I put out a new John Varvatos. This one is John Varvatos XX Intense. Now, I never tried the original XX to compare it to, but this one did just come out this year, I believe. And I don't know about you guys, but these charms on these bottles are very, very annoying. Anyways, this scent is kind of like your somewhat generic, fresh, spicy, ginger, lemon, bergamot sort of fragrance. Very, very citrusy. But it does have this very nice green aromatic touch about it with this kind of coffee dry down, which does make it stand out a little bit, but didn't really blow me away, to be quite honest. Also on the day with XX Intense, I only did 3 sprays, and to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why I only went 3 sprays with this. The performance was somewhat decent for being an eau de parfum, even though it's supposed to be intense, but we know how that goes, guys. A lot of these intense fragrances aren't actually intense, so it kind of gets your hopes up because they include that name and you expect something intense, but you're not really getting that. But that's what I chose for Monday, is the brand new John Varvatos XX Intense. Let me know your favorite John Varvatos down in the comments below. Tuesday was in the high 40s and cloudy outside, and I pulled out this beast, Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition, which is the ultimate supremacy in the line, in my opinion. If you caught my review, you probably know why, because the quality on this stuff is top tier with this very overdose of fruity pineapple. So if you love aventus that's heavy on the fruity pineapple, this is an absolute must try. It also has that smoky birch note going on, and just very, very good. I do prefer this over Afnan Supremacy Silver, and not only intense, I just think it's a well-rounded, better version of both of those. And this bottle design is just awesome with this concrete with the splattered black paint job going on. I'm also not sure if these are hitting discounters, at least anytime soon, but if you do want to get a bottle of Collector's Edition, you can go to Afnan website and use code HUNTER15, and that will save you 15% off, because Afnan is finally in the US, so they don't have to distribute across seas. But I did actually go 10 sprays with Supremacy Collector's Edition. This was the second time I wore this one. I did wear this last week, but I actually didn't do a weekly fragrance rotation, unfortunately. But still, fantastic performance. Slightly worse than Not Only Intense when it comes to the longevity, but that isn't straight. This is an eau de parfum. But the projection is very, very good with a heavenly sillage. So that's what I wore for Tuesday, is Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Wednesday, I pulled out another Lattafa new in the collection, and this one blew me away. It is Amir Al Oud Intense Oud, guys, and wow. If you love like By the Fireplace from Maison Margiela, which is probably one of my favorite wintertime fragrances, you're gonna fall in love with this one, guys. It's a much smoother By the Fireplace that is less smoky, and I would even say probably even more crowd pleasing. This stuff is seriously a banger, and I think it's around like 20 or 25 bucks, which is unbelievable, to be honest, for what you're getting. I also know this one did get a ton of hype back in the day, and I'm finally getting around to it, and it's 100% worthy of all the hype that it has gotten. On that day though, with Amir Al Oud Oud Intense, which is kind of a weird name, to be quite honest with you, I did actually do 10 10 sprays of this one. The longevity was fantastic. I also did get a comment from a woman that just said, hey, smell good. That's kind of like my nickname around some people. Now they don't even call me by my name, guys. They're just, hey, smell good, or hey, Mr. Smell Good, etc., which, hey, isn't a bad thing to me. That's a good thing to be known by, is how you smell, to be honest. And this right here will get the girls calling you Mr. Smell Good without a doubt. But that's what I wore for Wednesday, is Amir Al Oud Intense, a straight banger from Lattafa. Thursday happened to be in the high 40s and rainy outside, and I pulled out a brand new fragrance from Supers, in my collection at least, and this one is 1723, which was love at first sniff, guys. If you watch my recent ranking video of my entire Supers collection, which I do own 16, you know how much I hype this stuff up, man. This stuff is fantastic. It's very similar to Layton by Parfums de Marly, which I do have right behind me, probably my favorite PDM. Just actually done in a more kind of approachable way with less of that Vicks vapor rub opening you get from Layton. It's much smoother with possibly even better performance than Layton, being the extrait de parfum. And if you guys don't know, if you're watching this on November 17th, it is the last day to get 20% off plus an extra % off with my code HUNTER10. So pretty much 30% off of Supers, because they were having a Black Friday week, guys. An insane deal going on over at Supers. So if you want to check some of these out, now is the best time to do so if you do catch it in time. I also went with my usual spray routine, 10 sprays of 1723 nuclear performance, guys. This stuff is insane. And to be honest with you, 10 sprays with this atomizer is probably more equal to like 12 or even maybe 15. Best sprayer in the game from Supers, and I'm not even just hyping them up to hype them up, I'm being honest. But that's what I chose for Thursday, is Supers 1723. Friday was in the low 50s and rainy outside, and I put out a new Montal to me, and probably the most popular, one of the most popular. This one is Arabian's Tonka, and guys, I'm not really sure where the hype is coming from with this one. It didn't really blow me away. It's like an ultra sweet tonka bean, rose, a little pinch of oud in here. Don't get me wrong, it's a solid release from Montal. I just don't really see how it's one of the most popular from the house. They have so many better options in my opinion, but Arabian's Tonka is good if you like kind of very sweet, maybe playful, fun style fragrances, and this one might even lean a little bit more feminine than I would prefer. I almost think I might actually rather smell this one on my girl than myself, even though it does have that kind of tonka bean, oudy style to it. It's just a little bit too sweet. And I also think it has the note of sugar cubes in here mixed together with the rest of the notes, which does make it ultra sweet for me. Still good, and actually pretty unique for being sort of a rose oud. I've never smelled a rose oud kind of go in this sort of direction, so hats off to Montal for that. Just I was expecting a little bit more from being one of the most populars from the house. On that day though, I did do 6 sprays of Arabian's Tonka. The performance was decent. It wasn't nuclear. It wasn't really that weak or intimate either. It's the kind of fragrance that will get you through the majority of the day. You're gonna smell sweet. You're gonna smell very kind of fun, playful, outgoing, and this could even be a good sort of like clubbing fragrance if you're going out. But that's what I chose for Friday, is Montal Arabian's Tonka. I'm kind of curious what you guys think about this one. Wrapping the week off on it, Saturday was also in the low 50s and cloudy outside, and I put out another new fragrance from Supers in my collection, and this is one I've been hyped about, which is Dominance Gold, guys. Man, this right here is ultra sexy. It's pretty much has this dominant pineapple note mixed together with like cinnamon, vanilla, very warm, comforting, spicy, but the pineapple contrast together really make this stuff stand out and very, very unique. I mean, take like a tropical pineapple fragrance that can actually be worn in the colder weather. That's what this is right here. So for all my pineapple lovers out there, absolutely check out Dominance Gold. And like I said, with that sale going on right now, is the best time to do so. Also went 6 sprays with Dominance Gold. The performance is of course good. You kind of expect that from Supers since they are highly concentrated. Basically went shopping, etc. I was with a girl that basically kept complimenting me throughout the entire day, saying I smelled yummy, it's sexy, etc. So you are going to get that kind of attention with Dominance Gold, and just the kind of fragrances to dominate in general, hence that name. So basically one of the best pineapple fragrances that can be worn in the fall and winter, which is extremely rare. So that's what I wore to wrap off the week on it. Saturday is Supers Dominance Gold, which is also a banger from the house. But guys, that's going to do it for my weekly fragrance rotation. As always, leave a like on the video, subscribe below if you haven't already, and of course, also let me know all the bangers you guys chose to wear throughout the week, and I'll catch you guys all in the next upload. Take care, everybody.